it's me, host Super Sparrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's BLACKHEART. This is BLACKHEART from Fortnite. This is one of the latest of the Fortnite figures. It's been out a little while in the United States, I think, about a few weeks, maybe a month or so in the United States. But over here in the UK, it's just dropped at our local Smith's Toys here in the UK. And it is just one of those $24.99 toys. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but they're worth it. Especially the oddball characters like this, that you would never get an action figure of something like this without something as random as Fortnite to produce it. So this is BLACKHEART. He's an evil-looking pirate and a skeleton. And he comes with his pickaxe, which has got an octopus hugging a treasure chest. He's got a peg leg and a pirate's hook, along with his back bling is the wheel for the ship. And he's got two alternate faces, one of which is a grumpy-looking sort of face. I'm going to put that one on him. As well, he comes with the Kaboom explosion canister, which I'm going to actually pose with Harley Quinn for some photos. I think that looks like something Harley Quinn would like pose with. It comes with a machine gun, well, an assault rifle, and a flintlock pistol. And that flintlock pistol is definitely going to be holding, is what the pirate's going to be holding. Shame it doesn't come with a sword, that's my only upset, but I've got plenty of swords in my fodder box to put with him, to use him as a proper pirate. So guys, let's go ahead and break him out of the packaging. Like I say, this is from Fortnite, and this is part of their Legendary series. Also in this range, as you can see, there's a bunch of new characters. I have got a haul coming up in a day or two, and I have got something new from Fortnite in that haul, so stay tuned. Right, let's get BLACKHEART out. One. I don't need to be kind, I'm not saving this box. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely not saving this box, I'm going to be keeping this figure. He is awesome. I do actually really like the Fortnite figures. I can't wait to see some of the lines that Hasbro are looking to produce, because they are going to be producing the pumpkin figure. And I'm looking forward to that. You guys know I'm a massive Halloween sort of, buff. Love all things to do with the fall season. So a pumpkin action figure will be right up my street. Right. Another piece of packaging for the floor. You should see my floor is just covered in toy packaging. Alright, so we've got him out of the packaging, and he looks pretty good, to be fair. Very nice looking figure. So as you can see there, a very sturdy looking figure, to say that he's got he's got a great big gaping hole in the middle of where his stomach should be. But it's still very cool, and you can crunch him forwards and backwards a little bit there. He does have full waist articulation, and the head moves left and right, but you've got to be careful with these, because the faces do just pop off, as you just saw. So I tend to pose the head and then put the face on. That's how I tend to do it. But the arms lift up at this side hinge to also rotate. I think this is the same jacket that we got with Drift, just with a few subtle differences, because that design at the back looks very similar to Drift's. It does also rotate there. We've got a double hinged elbow. Hands are on ball joints. I love the fact that even his little hook is on a ball joint, so you can move that around, which is nice. Legs lift outwards, as well as there's got a top thigh cut. You can move them forwards, backwards. Double hinged knees there, and there is boot cut, I think. Yes, a boot cut there. You can actually rotate the peg leg as well. He's got like knee pad as well there, which is nice. That's actually removable as well if you wanted it to be. Pretty decent little accessories on here. That knee pad's gone loose now, I've moved it. But yeah, I'm loving this. It's a great figure, and it looks so good. Look at the detailing on that face. Very nice. So his current face sculpt is okay, but we do have two alternates to try. So we've got the next one. So I'll pop that first one off and pop the next one on. This is the other head sculpt, and this is like a more of a smirk. But I'm not too fond of that one. It looks a bit weird. The one that I'm going to be using is this one. He's got more of a scowl on his face for this one, which I like. It's a bit more grimacing. And of course it comes with a golden flintlock pistol, which is very nice. I'm going to be displaying him with that, so let's pop that in his hand. It does come with a trigger finger as well, which is nice, so I can wrap the finger around it and then strap it into his hand. Because these are notorious for popping apart. Because with the hand articulation, the guns seem to pop out the hand, I always find. But he seems to be holding it just fine. Nope, spoke too soon. That gun hand's already flopping. Why? Oh, come on. Why? I wish the hands were a lot stiffer than what they are, because it causes nothing but issues. That's the one thing that I'm looking forward to Hasbro fixing with Fortnite figures. These stupid hand articulations. So any form of gun, I struggle to get in the hands properly, just because the hand articulation just doesn't work properly. It pops open all the time. It irritates the living hell out of it. I can't even get him to grip that, because every time I pop the gun in, rotate it into his hand, and then shut the hand up, and then it pops back out. So you're literally just in a forever battle, just trying to get him to hold the gun, because it doesn't actually want to sit in the hand properly. Very irritating. It means the gun's just going to constantly fall out. Very poor. Luckily we do have the back bling as well, something else to play with, so that just pops into his back. However, looks a bit weird. I would probably use him as more of a ghost pirate, and it might be cool to actually have him holding that. I mean, it looks pretty decent holding it, rather than just having it as back bling. Yeah, it looks very cool as like a ghost pirate. It looks very awesome. Like I say, shame about the flintlock pistol, because that is the main part of the figure for me, was that flintlock pistol to go with him as a pirate. Anything that's like the harvesting tools, they sit flush in the hands. It's the guns that just don't sit very well in the hands from what I can do, which is an absolute pain. But either way, this is a very nice figure. Let's head on down to the desk cam so you guys can have an up-close personal look at this figure. So let's head on down to the desk cam. So guys, here he is out of the packaging in all his glory. I genuinely thought we were going to have some trouble having this guy posed, but you know what? He actually looks pretty good, and I've managed to actually stand him pretty easily, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more hassle from this figure, given the fact that he has the peg leg on it. But there is that little bit of green seaweedy stuff that sort of hangs off of it, which does actually really help to kind of hold him in place. Now, I guarantee the moment I move him, he's not going to stand ever again. But just to sort of go over some stuff with you guys that I don't think I covered really in the main part of the vid, some of the articulation is a little different on this one because of the fact that he's got like the hook. So that hook can actually move in different ways that the hand and that ball joint normally can't. And I love the fact that he's got like a chain wrapped around there as well. That's pretty awesome. So the hook is actually a very cool addition, and I'm going to be able to do some great shots with that. So I'm looking forward to playing around with that and using the hook. Same with the actual peg leg. It's very, very decent. I really like the way they've designed it. They have actually given us holes in the feet, so you can use display bases if it is becoming a bit of a trouble for you. But I think with a little bit of play in how you pose him, I think you could definitely stand him pretty easily like I've been doing. I found it easier if I kind of balance him with that little green peg at the bottom and sort of give him sort of wide-ish stance and maybe hunch him forward a little bit. I found that always seems to work. You can always lift the head up at the end to have him like lurching almost. But yeah, that seems to be the easiest way to pose the figure like that. But yeah, he does fall over quite regular. But once you get him posed, he does seem to stay in place. So I'm happy with him. He's a very good figure. I actually love the accessories on this one. So there is the there is the actual like the octopus that's holding on to the treasure chest. A very cool piece and something a little bit different. So that's pretty cool. And that's the sword running through it as well. So I suppose that's why we've maybe not have a sword with him. Like I say, I still love this back bling piece, but I do prefer it as an actual accessory rather than the back bling. It's very cool to have him holding it at the top there, like outward, as if he's, you know, pirating a ghost ship. It would be cool to kind of somehow hang it on a bit of thread in front of him like that for like a Halloween shot and make it look like it's floating. My only gripe is the gun. I love the flintlock pistol, and I'm so annoyed that I can't get it to pose with him, as it is. That's part of the, you know, part of the figure for me. The other thing he comes with is his assault rifle. Again, it doesn't really go with the pirate theme. It's more just of a generic Fortnite. But I do like these guns because obviously they scale with all 6-inch figures, so I tend to use those for that. Just to run over the face articulation. Now we're on desk cam. Sorry, the face sculpts. That's the smiling face. And there's the other happy face. Sort of both sort of happy sort of faces. I like the one that I'm using here. I like that face sculpt. If I can get my camera to focus. But yeah, I like that one as well. That's nice. Nope, camera doesn't want to play. Either way, very cool fig. My only gripe is the fact that these figures aren't quite 6-inch. They're at like 5 3/4 scale, so they're not really a true 6-inch scale. And obviously, the only other pirate figure I really own is Jack Sparrow, and that's the figure from Diamond Select, which is 7 inches tall. So I mean, he's never gonna scale with Jack Sparrow in a million years. However, Jack Sparrow does come with a very decent sword, so I'm very tempted to give my pirate captain Jack Sparrow's sword, because I think that looks a lot better than a gun, in my opinion, giving him the sword. Have one last drink, mates, then we've got a date with destiny. A very cool fig. And yeah, I think it does look a lot cooler when I do stick a sword in his hand. So, what happened to the hilt on that? Damn, Jack Sparrow. What have you done to my sword? Rub the paint off? So yeah, I could see him holding this sword rather than Jack, to be honest. I might find an alternate sword for Jack, because he looks too cool holding that sword up. Yeah, very cool figure, guys, but what are your thoughts on Blackheart the Pirate? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any future content. But guys, let's head on back to the main cam and finish off this video. Come on! So guys, what are your thoughts on Blackheart? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, then please enjoy, hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribing really supports the channel. It really helps out and helps us to keep making awesome videos. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, may the Force be with you.